welcome along to Hot FC. We're here the penultimate day before Nigeria take on Argentina, and of course myself and Lakole here to talk about the game. Just before it actually kicks off, we're very delighted to have won against Iceland, 2-0, and yes, we're hoping for more of the same results against Argentina. Lakole, it's good to have you back on the show.
Absolutely.
Same shirt, but different designs.
Same design.
I think you need it. Yeah. Same design, different shirt. I think you need to hook me up with your.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Right. So let's talk about the game itself now. Given the game is tomorrow, you've got to say it was a fantastic opportunity to show what we're capable of last time out. But going forward, how big a task is it for the Super Eagles?
Massive one. A huge one. I mean, and to think we were the ones who gave Argentina a lifeline. Because that victory against Iceland actually threw them, a lifeboat for that one. But it's going to be a huge game tomorrow. And first things first, it was important for us to perform like that against Iceland. Because people who didn't know the team all around the world didn't necessarily know the quality that team had.
They knew us for our jersey.
Yeah, they knew us for our jersey. They knew us for a couple of players that have been playing in Europe. But they didn't really know the quality in the team. Yeah. So to see the team perform like that against Iceland in the second half, it was good to show to the world that we've got a team that can perform that way. So I thought we played really well against Iceland mostly in the second half. But against Argentina, it's a good feeling that we're playing them off the back of a victory for us and a defeat for them, a humiliating defeat. But it's
doesn't that now make it a bit more difficult, because they talk about the wounded lion, and maybe it's something that we need to be wary of, because we are coming in as a team high on confidence. They are coming in on the team low on confidence, but with a point to prove. Yeah,
we need to be careful. We're not going to approach that game tomorrow thinking we're going to expect the Argentina that played against Croatia and the one that played against Iceland. We need to expect them coming at us at their full strength. That's what we need to prepare for. And then if we're lucky and then we get at the Argentine side that played against Croatia, then good one for us. But we need to go there thinking Messi's going to come at us with his best possible performance. Because again, you look at the way they qualified into the competition, they were down and out until the final game. And Messi brought it all on the final game. So you'd expect him to want to bring it again. And there have been talks about the team, the senior guys in the team are the ones that are going to select the starting lineup against Nigeria. We might come up against a few surprises. A couple of players who we're not expecting to start might start. So it might be a difficult game than we've seen in their first two games. But I feel like there's a good feeling going on about the Super Eagles.
We do hear there's an injury to Yubby Mikel. He's nursing an injury on his arm. He's a big player for us, and especially after the first game where he got a lot of critics talking about his performance, but he showed that he's the leader of the team, and even when he got that injury, he was bent on staying on the pitch. How massive is it for him to be on the pitch again? And we asked this in the first episode of the show. He's our most important player.
We cannot overemphasize how important Mikel is to us. And I've seen a lot of people say Mikel doesn't deserve to play, he should be on the bench, he's lazy. I mean, it's the role Mikel plays in the team, most importantly against Iceland. If you take him out, there's a big possibility that we won't be able to perform like that. Because a football team thrives a lot on the confidence they have on for each other or on each other. So the likes of Ndidi and Etebo would know that Mikel is sitting behind us. If we can't go forward, if we look back to him and we play the ball to him, we're sure the ball is safe in his hands. How many players do we have that we can put in place of Mikel that can inspire that kind of confidence in the minds of other players on the pitch? I don't think we have that kind of player aside Mikel. So he definitely must start for us.
I was going to ask you about Ahmed Musa, who has become a revelation, and he's been around forever, but it feels like he is now the guy on the lips of everybody. Just how massive is it for him to put in such a good performance again? Because he looks like our most potent attacker. I mean, we have Victor Moses, we have Alex Iwobi, but it feels as if though, going forward, he's our most lethal threat.
He is, because he's not one to focus too much on tricks without end results. When Ahmed Musa decides to take you on, he's going for the jugular. Know if he beats you, he's going for the goal. So that's the difference between Musa and Moses. Moses might take his time a bit in trying to take out players, but Ahmed Musa is going straight at goal, and that's the difference. And it was good that he got those 2 goals against Iceland, because going into the Argentine game, You need that for your confidence. You need that for your mentality. And you also need to consider the fact that he scored 2 against Argentina in the last
time out.
So I think Ahmed Musa is going to score in the game tomorrow, because of the confidence he's going to come into the game with. You know, but the entire team would need to perform well to keep Argentina at bay. I think if we can play 45 minutes that the Argentines don't get a goal, in the second half they're going to get anxious. They're going to get anxious because they need a win and we need a draw. So we need to contain them first of all. That's what we need to do.
Finally, before we wrap up on the show, Hot FC today, let's just talk about the game plan itself. What would you say should be our primary game plan? How do we approach the game? The first game, we approached the game with a bit of a very balanced philosophy. The second game against Iceland, 3-5-2 or 4-3, 3-4-3, depending on how you want to look at it, but it was a more tactically sound performance. How do you think we should approach the game?
First things first, 3-5-2 is the way to go. I think we do not particularly have, our team is not built on possessing the ball for long periods. So we really need a lot of bodies in midfield. So 3-5-2 is the way to go. Now, as much as I would want us to start a striker, because if you are defending and you want to counter, you need a striker that your fast players can play off. Oftentimes you're not advised.
But that would mean you have to drop Kelechi Iheanacho, who had a fantastic
that's where I'm going. So oftentimes you are not advised to change a winning team. So as much as I would want us to start a striker, let the coach goes with the same team that won against Iceland, because it's something about the mindset. Again, football largely is a psychological warfare. So the guys who won against Iceland, you expect the coach to start off with them again. And then the fact
except for Tyranny Boy, who had a fantastic performance when he came in for Brian Doe, do you think he should start the game?
Except for Tyranny Boy. But if the manager decides to go with Brian Doe again, I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with that, because again, because we played so well against Iceland in the second half, we should not be too quick to want to replicate that second half performance in the first half against Argentina. Let's go into the first half and try to contain them. If we want, and then again we need to see the game Argentina against Iceland and the game against Croatia. They played against Croatia as well. Let's see how these two sides were able to manage the attacking threat of Argentina. Most importantly, how they were able to keep Messi at bay. Because again, if Messi decides to take the game to you, there's not so much that you can do. So we need to watch how Croatia and Iceland manage Argentina. So in the first half, we really need to contain them. If we can get a first half, like I said, if we can get a first half where they don't get a goal, we go into the second half, we remain compact, and then we completely switch on our counter-attacking elements to the game. Coupled with the fact that at that point in time, they will be anxious. And then we can counter-attacking them. Also, if I were the manager, if I were going to roll, I'll target Otamendi. I'll specifically target him because he's a hot head. So when we get into the second half, if I can, I'll tell one of my players to always get close to him. Try to take him on, try to pick on him. If he gets a red card, that's one player out. If the manager is going to make a substitution because there's a defender out already, there's a chance he's going to take out an attacker for another attacker. So that's one less attacker when they are looking for goals.
So that's basically how we think, or at least how Olakole thinks the game should be approached. A great expert analysis from Olakole. But that's the most we can take on Hot FC today. I thank you very much for being a part of us. And you can also subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Just subscribe at Hot FM Radio. And of course, leave a comment and leave a like. So from all of us in the studio, click, bang.